right off, Russell fans. We're here with Josh Perrault, who was recently promoted to the AAA Norfolk Tides in the Orioles organization. Now, Josh, with that promotion came a change in role. You were the closer down in Bowie at AA, but now you're more of a late inning setup guy. What differences do you take mentally in preparing for that role?
What I try to do as most I can is correlate the roles together because I've been doing it so long this year, not to get away from it. So I just keep in my head, here's an inning I may go in here, so I'm gonna play like this is the 9th inning. So I'm gonna stretch, I'm gonna prepare, I'm gonna visualize, I'm gonna do all those types of things that I would do preparing for the 9th, but bumping it back maybe to the 7th, the 8th. So I'm trying not to think of it any differently. My approach on the mound is the same, being aggressive, throwing strikes, working ahead. So that's what I'm trying to do. Try not to change it too much.
Stick with what works then, so that's good. Now, talk to us about kind of what went through your mind when you heard that you were being promoted, and just what you're thinking, what you're feeling at that point.
I was excited. Just a reward for the effort and the hard work that I've been putting in from day one. Excited for my family, who's been with me every step of the way. It's just much of a reward for them as it is for me, and just take it as a challenge, and just continue to work hard.
Good. Now go more into your family. I mean, you moved to a new city that's about 4 hours away from Bowie. What's that like, and what are the challenges that are associated with that?
You know, it wasn't very much of a challenge here coming to this field, because we had family friends that lived here, and we called them immediately, and they opened their house to us. So there wasn't that adjustment period of trying to find a place to stay. We just packed up the car, moved down about 4 hours, like you said, moved into the new house, and we feel at home with the family that we're with. So it's been a great adjustment period. Other times it's been tougher, but this one has been really, really easy.
Now, Josh, talk to us a little bit about the difference that you're seeing in the talent level and the experience of the AAA hitter versus the AA hitters.
What I've noticed is their approaches are a little bit more fine-tuned. They're not going to swing necessarily at pitches that are out of the zone. They just have a discipline of the zone a little bit more, not much. Talent's, I think, pretty much the same. I mean, you get to this level, talent is, you're going to get talent. It's just how do they apply that talent is where the difference is.
Do you notice a consistency within the Orioles organization from level to level in terms of the way they go about coaching and teaching pitching?
What I know, this is my first year, obviously, from Larry and Brad down in AA, from Slick and Griff here. Not much difference. I mean, they stayed pretty consistent with the way they run the team, how they run the bullpen, especially when it regarded me. So they're pretty consistent.
Okay, good. I guess that consistency helps you, go about do your job each day. Now, we had also heard that you roomed with Dustin Pedroia at Arizona State. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. He was my roommate first. When I was a sophomore, he was a freshman coming in, and we were able to share a room together, two double beds in one room, and it was an enjoyable time.
So now that you roomed with Dustin, obviously you've focused on his weaknesses. So if the Orioles needed to call you up to strike out Dustin Pedroia, for one at bat, could you do it? And is he really susceptible to that high inside fastball?
Yes, he's little man syndrome. I mean, he is so aggressive. It's unbelievable. But what I've noticed is he's been able to tone down that aggressiveness. He has an uncanny ability to put the bat on the ball. So what I would say is don't go for the strikeout. Try to get the ground ball. Like I said, he is susceptible to that high fastball. He may be able to get him, but I wouldn't go in thinking you're going to strike him out, because he is. His eyes are unbelievable. Probably the best eyes I've ever seen. Nobody really talks about it, but his eyes are really, really sharp. So get the ground ball as opposed to strikeout.
Gotcha. Well, that's good to know. Hopefully the Birds can employ that in the future against Dustin Pedroia. Well, Josh, we appreciate the time very much. Thanks, and we wish you well in the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.